why can you not find the Zermatt heliport? LS Easy, right? LS Easy. And they have the 3D one here. It's a heliport. But at least I can navigate to it. LS Easy. Let's see why I can't navigate to Zermatt. LS Easy. What I just found. Well, you have the airport in the freaking list, but you don't have it in the GPS. What's up with that? Let's see if it's in the sky view. Autopilot. Nope. Map. Flight plan. So we paid Alice. Easy. Nope. Not there either. Well, screw it. We'll just fly that direction. Let's go ahead and turn the fuel pump off. Oops. Don't go towards the little truck. And we'll just turn this way. Hit that stupid truck anyway, it's in my way. So we're taking off from Sion in the Swiss Alps, southern part of the Swiss Alps. And we're going to try to fly. I'm going to have to reset the weather because the weather's just looks awful. And you're not going to be able to see anything. So let me fix that real quick. We'll go back in and set weather clear. And we'll set this to about 60 nautical, 60 miles. Yeah, 60 miles. Apply changes, and that's better. Now we can see a lot further. Okay, so we're going to take off and head there's a heliport just outside the Matterhorn. It's at Zermatt, and I'm trying to find it. So I'm looking on Sky Vector. I don't see it in Sky Vector either. You could start from there in X-Plane, but you can't. Evidently, you can't set a waypoint there. So let's see if we can zoom out of this thing here and see if we can see it. I do not see it at all. We're just going to take off and fly southeast, and maybe it'll show up on the map. So let's go ahead and take off. So this to me is like the Swiss Lukla. Not Lukla, but Lowy. It's in Switzerland, it's in the valley. Ooh. Don't know what's up with that. Whatever. Hey Scott, what's up, man? Yeah, it just came in, man. It's like it's 93 degrees outside, but it feels like it's 104. So I'm just like, I'm not going outside anymore today. I cut the grass in my backyard, and that's cool. Go make you something to eat. I'm gonna fly from, this is the tile that we had problems with last night, and I finally got it fixed. Doesn't really look that impressive, but this is the little airport we took off. I was trying to take off from last night. There's that one down there. So I'm going to try to fly down to Zermatt. I guess that's how you pronounce it, if I can find it. And the Matterhorn is right there, and then I'll fly back to Courchevel. Well, fly to Courchevel. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how far Courchevel is from here. That's my plans. Let's go ahead and turn these on. We need to fly to the southeast, I'm assuming. No, I haven't. Did I make a video on the free Epic 550 versus the payware? No, I can do that. Because I do have both now. In fact, I'm doing the giveaway on one of them. Either the Panthera, this Panthera, or the 550. I guess I need to email Aerobask about that. And let them know when I'm going to do that. But yeah, I can do a comparison video. So I'm going to fly to the southeast and hit the Matterhorn. Try to find it at least. Shouldn't be that hard to find. I think it's right in front of me actually. I don't know. That sound like someone? No, I was gonna do the comparison video for the the Eclipse 550 and the Freeware Eclipse 550, but I haven't done it yet. This is zoom level 17 for this area of Switzerland. It just, for some reason, it doesn't look that great. I don't know. Wait until we fly into the French part of the Alps. And well, I'm also not using reshade either, which I'm used to using. So, no, I guess it doesn't look that bad. So like I said, we're going to try to go down here and find the Matterhorn. The closest airport to it isn't really an airport, it's a helipad. So I'm going to have to go down and find it. Hopefully. We have a full tank of fuel. Well, both tanks are full, so. And then once we find it, we'll fly back to Courchevel and land there in France. I really probably should have turned the reshade on. It probably looked a lot better. Yep, but how's everybody doing? I hope y'all are staying cool. It's 93 degrees here where I live at, which is about 33 Celsius. But it feels like it's 104 outside, which is like 40 Celsius, so it sucks. The humidity is awful. Thanks for subscribing there, Black Knight. Sometimes I don't get the little alert unless somebody's I usually only get it from Twitch. I don't really get it from YouTube. Let's see. See, now this is just weird. These orthos. I mean, this part does not impress me at all. I mean, when we get into France and get into Courchevel, the Courchevel area, it will totally blow your mind. But here, this is just, ugh. This does not look good at all. So I don't know how far south I'm going to fly to try to find the Matterhorn. I know basically what it looks like, but if somebody else sees it, let me know. Because I'm not exactly sure. The helipad is LSEZ, and you can take off from there. Like, this is what perplexed me. You can take off from the Zermatt heliport, which is right next to the Matterhorn, but you cannot navigate to it. It's not in any of the it's not in any of the GPSs. This is what provider that I use. This is the Bing. I want to say it's zoom level 17, but I don't think that. Well, you can see the clouds right in the mountains. So evidently the picture, I mean, when the satellite photo has some clouds in it. So that might be the problem. Because if you look at the Alps, if you look ahead of us, the mountains look more pronounced. And they'll look really pronounced once we get into France and around Courchevel. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking for the Matterhorn. If I can't, if I'm flying this direction, I can't find it. In about 10 minutes, I want to go ahead and turn towards Courchevel. Because I know I could set that into the GPS and it'll find it. Yeah, the Bing is hit and miss, man.
Approaching altitude.
I mean, it looks great. I mean, if you're looking down now at the mountains, I mean, it looks pretty good with the snow all over the Alps and stuff like that. But in some areas, it just doesn't look as good at all. But it's totally night and day the difference between this ortho here and what you'll be seeing once we get into Courchevel. And I use ARC for Lowy because a viewer actually said you should try using the ARC for some of your orthos. So I tried it for Lowy and I wasn't really impressed with that either. The only bad thing about the orthos is because it's satellite photos, you still get these clouds. Like this is all cloud here. That was caught in the satellite photo. So I keep panning over to this, the diamond on the right, so I could try to see where that the LSEZ heliport is, because that's what a Matterhorn is. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a long time trying to find it. Now I got to watch my altitude because this cockpit is not pressurized, and we will begin to feel the effects of hypoxia. But these, I mean, if you look at these mountains now, they're pretty detailed. I mean, there's just the area around Sion that wasn't really good looking. In case people are wondering, I'm using the beta version. It's R1. It's X-Plane 11.01 R1. So it's the beta R1. I'm using the betas because with the final release of X-Plane 11, they're going to start piping a lot of the Vulkan API in, because I was reading on Ben Sputnik's developer blog that the reason they didn't go with Vulkan is because they were already in development with OpenGL for X-Plane 11, but they're going to start converting X-Plane 11 over to Vulkan, and they're going to start just putting code in and allowing people to actually choose between flying with OpenGL or Vulkan API. So I'm waiting for that to happen, which is why I've subscribed to the betas. So if somebody sees the Matterhorn, spit it out, tell me which direction it is. I'm pretty sure I probably won't miss it. But if I don't see it on the other side of this mountain range, then I'm going to just go ahead and turn towards Courchevel. I think I'm a little too far east, actually. I do have pretty much all the French Alps, well, the southern Alps, from just south of Geneva all the way west into France. So it's the portion of the Alps that straddle Switzerland and northern Italy, southern Switzerland, northern Italy, and what you call it? Eastern France, the portion of the Alps that are in France. Matterhorn coordinates are 45.9766 north and 77.68585 east. It's a shame I can't plug how do you change the size of the 750, 650 pop out? That's pretty much like it would do with the FMC, I think. Well, no. The FMC for the commercial aircraft, you can actually pop out. This one isn't a pop out. I mean, you just click on them and they just pop out. I don't think I don't think you can resize them at all. But now we're getting into the better looking orthos. Yeah, when you on the commercial FMC, I mean on the stock FMC from airplane Laminar, you have a not only an X here, you have a square. You click that square and it turns into an actual Windows window. It's just a pop-out window, and you can resize it, but you can't resize these, I don't think. You can just move them around. I do like it. This is like my favorite. I only buy from Aerobasque, so this is like my favorite general aviation aircraft right now. I do have the Eclipse 550 and the Epic Victory. I'm gonna buy the E1000 here pretty soon because I need a turboprop. That way I'll have a twin engine jet, I'll have a single engine jet from Aerobasque, I'll have this aircraft, and I'll have the E1000. Well, it actually says the GTN 750 can be resized. Oh, maybe, no, that's not it. If you have any questions, Yo-Yas, you can message Lionel from Aerobask. His name's Yo-Yas on the explain.org forums, and he can answer any questions that you have. That's who I always talk to. I either talk to him or Harasner from Aerobask. So,
Approaching altitude.
so I'm sitting here. I'm looking for the Matterhorn. I'm not a European geography expert, but I think we're getting ready to cross over into Italy, northern Italy. I think it's more to our right. I don't know if it's this beta or not, but for some reason the frame rates just suck sometimes. I do not see it. Let's go ahead and fly more to the southwest. Let's see. Let's fly more this direction. I do not see it out there. I mean, I took off in Sion in Switzerland. And you're right, I probably did pass it. Still when you're paying attention. But these aren't the best orthos anyways because of the clouds. I mean, you can see the clouds actually in the ortho. So I'm just going to turn and fly to Courchevel because that's a better tile set, I believe. That's probably the Matterhorn right there. I don't know. Anyways, who cares? I figured I would have seen the heliport that's there. But evidently not. So I'm going to go ahead and head direct to Courchevel as soon as I remember what Courchevel's ICAO code is. It's LFLJ. Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet. So let's fly direct. Pick this up. Select waypoint. We're going to go to Lima Foxtrot, Lima Juliet, Courchevel. Activate. And just bank this over. We're going to go put it in autopilot in a second. I want to drop our altitude down to 14,000 feet. And we'll turn the autopilot on. So let's hit the autopilot. Autopilot's on. Switch this to nav. Hit nav. 14,000 feet. We're going to descend. Let's make it. And vertical speed mode. So it says it's only 16 minutes to Courchevel, so we will be there pretty quickly. And this would probably all look a lot better if I was running reshade, but I didn't turn it on. Mostly because it's a pain in the neck to close X-Plane. Other than that, I love using it. But
Approaching altitude.
yeah. I thought this all would turn out a lot better than it did. It's just the cloud covered that was on the ortho. Makes it look like crap. But the the area around Courchevel is just amazing looking, especially if you're using reshade. I should probably, like I said, I should probably turn it on, but see they haven't fixed the. I don't have the fix for the shadows in here, even though I'm drawing shadows. I think I'm drawing shadows. Pretty sure I'm drawing shadows. Yeah, I'm drawing shadows on everything. So. Just kicking back, enjoying my flight. I originally created the tiles just for Courchevel, and then I created 2 tiles to the right, 1 tile below, you know, just 6 tiles, the 6 tiles in that area. I like the Alps, so, but I could have sworn I created them at zoom level 17. This is, I don't know, maybe it's just the Bing quality here. I may fly here. I may go back and do a flight over at Mount Fuji again because I have the orthos for that as well. And people seem to like the Mount Fuji orthos that I did. So we'll do it with the Panthera and instead of the Eclipse. Or I might do the Victory. I just want something a little bit faster than this aircraft is. I'm waiting to see what Aerobas's next aircraft is going to be. I'm actually going to look at their website while I'm flying. So I'm just checking it out on my phone. You know, see if they've announced one. Nope, it doesn't look like they've announced one. So that's a shame. I might actually have to buy another aircraft besides Aerobas. I don't want to go back to Coronado though. They've got good aircraft. It's just their developers are annoying. But yeah, I was pretty hyped after reading the article. I know somebody had said before that Aerobas, I mean, not Aerobas, but X-Plane was going to switch over to the Vulcan API. I didn't know when, and after reading that article this morning, you know, they're going to start. They just wanted to get the final version of X-Plane 11 out, and then they're going to start working on a Vulcan, a version that runs on the Vulcan API. So I can't wait till that comes out, because the performance ought to increase a lot. I've played Doom in both OpenGL and Vulcan, and the difference is night and day between the OpenGL version and the Vulcan version, performance-wise. So starting getting into the better ortho scenery here. You see our destination here. Guess that's not it. It's right here. I think this is the little airport that's in the valley. I've flown here a couple times in live streams, and there's a little grass strip in a valley. And I can't remember if it's this one or this one. It might be this one. That's pretty scenic as well. I think Europe has some of the best ortho scenery available from Ortho4XP. You get some that had the cloud cover, like you get those are cloud cover, right there, the clouds in ortho. But for the most part, it's pretty clear. Hey, Keis, what's up, man? What you been up to? I don't even know if Scott's in here anymore. He said he was going to go make lunch. So I don't even know if Scott... he might be in here, but I don't think he's at his computer. I think I'm going to do the... I think I'm going to do Mount Fuji again today. I haven't been flown over there in a couple... Since the last live... Well, since the live stream I did Mount Fuji in. So I might fly there again. Let's see how that is. There's also an airport in my home state. I mean, my home state, which is Virginia. There's an airport that's on top of a mountain. So that was pretty cool too. I keep forgetting the name of it. I've landed there and taken off there a couple times on next plane. I just keep remembering. It's Hot Springs something. But it's over in the valley, the Shenandoah Valley. We're going to go over here and land at Courchevel, and then we'll probably go ahead and take the 550 because I want something a little faster. You know, that's a shame too because I love the Cirrus SR22, and it was a frame. I think it was a frame hog and P3D too because I have the Coronado SR22 GTS for prepared 3D, and it's horrible. Yeah, that's what I said, man. I'm gonna stick with Aerobasque just because I have that relationship with Lionel and Harassner from Aerobasque. But and I was interested in the Aerofoils 172 because I want a decent 172 or a decent 182. And I mean, if they're going to kill your frame rates that much, then it's really not worth the $35 to pay for something like that, Hey Ruben, what's going on, man? I'm not doing this as late night. I mean, this evening, so. Oh, Ruben. Well, yeah. Well, I was trying to find the Matterhorn and couldn't find it. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go fly to Courchevel, and then I'll probably fly to Mount Fuji again with the Eclipse. Well, then we went to 550. What's the temperature there right now, Ruben? Sneezing. It's 14 degrees Celsius there. It is 3:14 in the afternoon here. the actual temperature is 33 C, but with the humidity, it's 40 C. That's what it feels like with the humidity. It's awful. Oh, you don't want to move here, man. It's humid. You know, because we're on the same, Virginia, where I live at, it's on the same latitude as, like, southern Spain. But southern Spain is dry. It doesn't have the humidity that we have. That's not even summertime. That's the problem, man. You know, it's already 93 degrees outside. It's not even summer here yet. That means summer's going to be awful. Look at those snowpacks. I love this scenery, this ortho scenery around Courchevel. It really can't be beat. It just can't be beat at all. Now all I need to do is go in the world editor and fix the airport at Courchevel and make it look better. We're going to be there in about 5 minutes, so. This is the first time I've actually flown at Courchevel without reshade on, so. Oh, you live in Florida? Well, I'm going to get in World Editor and try to fix, you know, the uphill part of the Courchevel runway where well, it's really just the hillside portion of Courchevel's runway, because that's, you've got the ortho and then you have the default X-plane buildings on top of it, because it's actually a 3D. Yeah, it is messed up, but it's it's an X-plane issue, not an ortho issue. So what needs to happen is or somebody needs to go in. Wow, look at that valley. Totally different level of detail here than we saw at Sion. But yeah, once we land, I'll show you. I mean, it's just the back side of that runway needs to be, the elevation needs to be changed. So if I can get in the world editor and do that, I might just go ahead and release that on the .org. Now, I'm not going to add any buildings or something like that. I'm just going to change the elevations. This is zoom level 17, but it's got, you know, it's the way I do my orthos, creating complex masks and everything like that. So we're only 10 miles from Courchevel right now. Yeah, if you don't use complex masks, you don't get this grittiness. I mean, because if you look, without complex masks, you wouldn't get that. I mean, that actually looks like rock, you know? It's like how you can look out and touch those rocks. Now, some of these mountains, you can see, yeah, if you look here, you can see like the individual boulders on these rock slides, because these are like areas of slides. Here, you can see like the individual boulders and stuff. And they actually look like it's a bump map of those boulders. And the level of detail in these cliff faces here. That's why, you know, I try to get everybody, you know, I try to get Mo to use complex masks. I try to get Luna to use complex masks. I don't know if they listen to me or not. Mo usually does. Not so sure about Luna. Of course, then again, I've been trying to get Mo to get on, you know, start using Restream and stream it to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, like I do, but he's not. I keep trying to talk him into it. So let's zoom this out some, or zoom in some. So about 5 miles from Courchevel. You missed my carrier landings last night, Tice. I think Ruben caught some of them. Those were pretty fun. You're just not landing the victory on there. I try to fly mine on the weekends. No, I do not have my... You don't see any reloading stutters. No, I don't have my... I don't have it on the SSD. These are X-Plane and the tiles are all on a 1 terabyte hard drive. This is 7200 RPM hard drive. Nope, I didn't even figure out what those lights are. I haven't even looked at it. I've been busy this morning. All morning long. Then I had to cut my grass, then I had to recover from the heat. Cutting the grass. It sucks, man. The bad part is I work in the heat, so on the weekends I try to stay cool. Okay, we need to only half a nautical mile from Courchevel, which means we're probably right over top of it. So I'm going to cut the throttle back, take the autopilot off.
Autopilot disconnect.
So I took the autopilot off, I throttled back. And now we're going to go back and try to find Courchevel. It's right below me. Bank over it, we can see it. There it is down below me. Pull the nose up, we don't want to dive down to it. So let's do a lazy turn to the north. And we'll go over this mountain ridge ahead of us first, and then turn back around and land. Hopefully it's not a sketchy landing. I think my last, I will make sure my gear is down though. I don't know why I keep fat fingering the landing gear button when I put my flaps down, but we'll make sure the landing gear's down this time. I barely landed this thing at the Isle of Man. That's twice. Both times I've landed this aircraft in a live stream at Isle of Man, I've landed it. I've either forgotten to put the landing gear down, or I've accidentally hit the landing gear switch at the same time I'm hitting the button to lower my flaps because of where the buttons are located on my throttle. But that's all going to change when I get my Cytec X52 Pro, because I'll probably assign the landing gear to the one that switches at the base of the throttle, which is just like a toggle switch. I think it's a toggle switch. You know what would be cool up here? Probably a glider. But I want to get the Antares, so I have a powered glider. You know. Here's Courchevel. Let's go ahead and turn on. I guess we'd be on the right downwind, turn to right base, wouldn't we? Yes, we would. You know, I think I'll do that. I think after I land this, I'll get in a glider and see if I can't. Well, yeah, we'll see. I'll just detach from the tow plane as we're going down the runway and see if I can actually... Yeah, that would be pretty funny. I'll try that. You know me, I'll try anything. I'm not worried about embarrassing myself on a live stream like other people are. Mo. So, flaps down to 15 degrees, landing gear down. I'm not going to use the landing flaps, I'll just use the approach flaps. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. I love watching Mo's streams because if something messes up, he gets all uptight about it. It's funny. I just don't worry about it. This so does not look like Courchevel, though, for some reason. This isn't Courchevel. Hey, Riga, how's it going, man? This is not Courchevel. Courchevel is on the other side of this mountain. So power up, flaps up, gear up. This is the wrong airport. We gotta go up over this mountain ridge right here and it'll be on the other side. Yep, definitely not Courchevel. The runway looks too normal. Okay, so Courchevel's going to be off right over here, so we'll just fly out here a little bit further. And it's going to be on the other side of this mountain ridge right here. I thought I turned the wind off. Yeah, I did turn the weather off, but it feels like there's some wind up here. Yeah, it is. I love the scenery here. The Ortho scenery for this part of France is probably the most realistic I've ever seen. So Ruben says it's to the right. I hope you're right, man. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm turning. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I'm flying almost perpendicular to it. I see it now. There's the little ski jump runway. So we are. I'm gonna land this, and then I'm gonna get in the glider. It's not the Antares, so it's not gonna be a powered glider. And see if you can start gliding from here. That'd be pretty funny. Alright, now flaps down, gear down. Let's check the airspeed. We don't want to get below 63 knots. You can always see my angle of attack indicators almost in the yellow. So there's Courchevel. I bet you this would be a pain landing here at night. I should do a night landing here at Courchevel. Could you imagine that? Yeah, I don't think it's going to glide easily either, but I mean, I'm not one to be scared of trying. Alright, gear down. Yes, the gear is down. Now I'm just going to go in with approach flaps. I'm not going to do down the landing flaps. So there's no wind, but it feels like the aircraft wants to slip to the left. We're at 57 knots right now with the approach flaps. So, and we're getting low of that lip. And come on, get up, get up, get up, get up. And we're gonna land long on this thing. Probably hard too. Nope, that's not that bad. I didn't bounce at least. Come on, get some power. Get up here. Get up. Get the hill. Get up the hill. So let's go ahead. Yeah, this stuff right here needs to be fixed with the world editor, the X-Plane world editor. I might do that one day. Let's go ahead and watch that replay of that landing. See, I'm always scared that I'm gonna hit that lip on the runway right here, because it's a drop off right here. If you hit that, so I add power right there to get back, make sure I'm over it, and then I cut power here. Are you talking about the world editor, Rico? Is that what you're talking about, the mesh editor? The actual Laminar needs to release a toolkit so you can create better scenery. Because what they have is a command line based mesh editor. I've tried to use it, and I'm pretty good with the command line on Linux. So, oh, so you can't fix that issue with the world editor? Well, that sucks. I thought you could actually adjust the elevations right here and just make it all one level. Alright, so we were going to try to take off in the glider here. So let's go to Courchevel, which is where we're at already. This is gonna be interesting because the way you start here at Courchevel, if you start at the back of the runway, you can be at an angle. So let's see if okay. So we're at this angle. Let's see what happens. Where's the tow plane? Oh, never mind. Release brakes to take off. Where's the tow plane? The tow plane isn't even here. Where's my tow plane? Well, this sucks. Somebody want to get out and give me a push? Anybody? My wing's in the ground. Is actually in the ground. Check that out. I don't think towing a glider from here is going to work. I have pilot edge, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, you're right. I can do that. I keep forgetting. Where am I at? Center on me. But now, it's crashed. New flight. Let's try it again. So can I pick this thing up? Or I can make the altitude higher, can't I? Nope, not that high. Up! Ah! Oh well, okay, so we'll just go gliding. So I haven't done much gliding in X-Plane at all. I used to glide a lot in FSX in Prepare 3D, but not here, so. You see, once you get out of the aircraft with the complex avionics, look at the frame rates. Like I was pushing 30 frames a second in the Panthera, and this thing, it's 45 frames a second. So total difference. But I don't think I've ever flown this glider. Nope, I've never flown this glider. I think he means that the plane won't be there until I disable the brakes, and it'll show the tow plane. You made a cinematic on YouTube? I've never seen. I've never even knew you did videos on YouTube, Ruben. Okay, this is boring and it's taking up too much time, so we're gonna go to somewhere in Japan. I just don't know yet. I forgot what the name of it is. I know it's on Iso Island. I forgot the name of the airport. So just give me a second to pull up Sky Vector and magically teleport myself over there to Japan. To Japan. And we want Tokyo. We're not going to take off from Tokyo. We're taking from Iso Island. But I forgot the name of the airport. So first we need to find... Okay, here we are. We're going to take off from Oshima, which is RJTO, so Romeo Juliet Tango Oscar. Juliet Tango Oscar. And we're going to take the Eclipse 550 again, just simply because it's fast and it's a long distance flight, kinda, sorta. We're not going to worry about real world weather. We're not going to worry about the time because it's night time there right now. So let's go ahead and start this new flight. And this will be the first time I've flown to Mount Fuji without reshade. I mean, because I'm usually always using reshade. Hopefully I still have the orthos for it. I'm pretty sure I do. So they land Twin Otters and Dash 7s at Courchevel. Those are the aircraft they use. They use the Otters, the Twin Otters, for Lukla too, don't they? Oh, a Dash 7 would be crazy. That's a 4-engine turboprop. Do they have a Dash 7 for X-Plane? They do have a Dash 7 for X-Plane, don't they? No, it's not great? No. So you're saying it's not aerobass quality? I don't know, some freeware aircraft are pretty good, man. The that Piper Cub that I fly, that's freeware. The first model, the first version of the 550, the 2.0 version, was freeware. That was awesome. The only thing that killed it was using the stupid commercial FMC from commercial airliners. That just threw me off. I don't know why they just didn't use the GNS 430, which is actually in the cockpit of the aircraft. It's just you just can't use it. That annoyed me. Oh, what was that? Is it going to start? Oh, Ruben, we were talking about the Vulkan API and X-Plane. I was reading more about it, and Ben, they wanted to get X-Plane 11 out before they in OpenGL because they already had it done in OpenGL. But Ben was writing in the forum, well, on his blog, that they're going to start slowly switching Explain 11 over to the Vulkan API. But they wanted to get the final version out first before they did that. Because reading his blog, there's like a huge difference between OpenGL and Vulkan in the way that it does its graphics and the yeah. And it's crazy how restrictive OpenGL is compared to Vulkan, which is why you're going to see these huge performance upgrade enhancements. Oh, I heard a switch. Captain, your Eclipse 550NG version 1.0.40 is ready. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Sweet, sweet. There's our little Eclipse. Our little 550. Well, it's restrictive. It's, you know, it's so... The biggest thing is that it makes use of the drivers instead of actually... It's hard to explain. It's just... It uses the drivers to do the 3D instead of actually the software doing it. So it relies on the drivers from the graphics card manufacturers, whereas Vulkan does not. So there's a bottleneck there. It's a bottleneck that Vulkan doesn't have. So let's get in here and we'll... Oh. Yeah, I like it too. I wasn't going to buy it, man, because I was a huge fan of the other one, the Freeware version. And it had the Avio flight deck. The more and more I fly this aircraft, the more and more I like it. Let's just go ahead and make sure our cabin air is set to normal. System battery is on. The starter battery is on. We don't need anything else right now. Do I have the Viper by Aerobask? No. The next aircraft I'm going to buy from Aerobask is going to be the E1000 because I need a turboprop. I have a single engine. Of all the Aerobask aircraft, I have a prop, a piston engine, which is the Panthera. I have a single engine jet, that's the Victory. I have a twin engine jet, which is this. Now I need the turboprop, which is going to be the E1000. Because I love flying turboprops. Okay, where are we at here? So we need to go ahead and remove the flags and everything like that, do all the groundwork, take chocks out, close the door, wait. You don't really need full fuel, but we'll put it in there anyways. Yeah, so let's go to the map here. Turn autopilot on. 14,000 feet looks good. We're going to climb out at 180 knots in indicated airspeed mode. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and start this left engine and get it going. N2 coming up. N1 coming up now. Intake temperature, exhaust gas temperatures coming up. Okay, everything in the left engine looks good. We go ahead and turn this generator on. Let's go ahead and start the right engine. Yeah, but I hear it again though. We didn't turn our beacon on. Why didn't you tell me? Recognition. Let's got our lights on. We go ahead. Right engine looks good. Intake temperature is going to come down to 497, just like the left. Let's go ahead and turn the right generator on. Turn our bus to tie to auto. 180 knots set for indicator airspeed. Climb out. We're going to climb up to 14,000 feet. Let's go ahead, because we have the back taxi down this runway, I believe. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We're going to go ahead and lower the flaps because it's going to take forever for those things to lower. The yaw dampener's off. That's good. You don't need it for takeoff. So this is Oshima. It's an island. I think it's Iso Island, just off the coast of Tokyo. Well, it's kind of like southeast of Tokyo. Well, yeah, southeast of Tokyo. So we do have the back taxi. We don't have to worry about traffic because if you have something like Pilot Edge installed on here, then it doesn't show traffic unless you're actually flying on Pilot Edge. So we're just going to back taxi down to the end of the runway, swing around, and we'll go ahead and take off. You really don't want to drop the throttle to slow down on here, because if you drop the throttle, it takes forever for the turbines to spool back up. Legit. Let's just make sure. Look. We have nav lights on, beacons on, taxi recognition lights on. Flaps set to take off, gear down. We're going to swing around. Need to be perfectly lined up. I'm not here for perfection. I'm just here to fly. So let's not try to redline the engines. There we go, redline. Rotation speed's 85 knots, so rotate at 85. There's 85. And we are up. So the flaps can come up and gear come up. There's Mount Fuji in the distance there. Go ahead and raise the sun visor. I'm going to start a casual turn to the left. I'm going to turn it on autopilot on in a second as soon as I get my act together here. So switch up the heading. Set the heading. Actually, we don't even need to do this. All I need to do is point the nose of the aircraft in the direction I want to go and hit, push the sink right there for the heading. Right here. So I'm going to fly towards Mount Fuji. I'm going to press push to sink. There we go. We're synced. Right now, turn the autopilot on, set the heading mode, and set indicators. So we're going to climb now at 180 knots until we get to 14,000 feet. I don't think I've changed the weather setting. I'm still 69. I'm going to climb up 14,000. Then we'll go land. There's a couple more airports here. I've probably flown to Tokyo. There's the one that's over by the, it's actually in the city of Tokyo. It's right on the water. And they have one further toward the northeast. I'm not sure if I have orthos for that. Narita? No, that's not even Tokyo International. It's Narita International. It's called. For some reason. It says New Tokyo International. So to show you what I'm talking about, I'll just put this over there. So what I'm talking about is this. This is the Tokyo International Airport. This is where we just took off from. We're headed from Mount Fuji. This is here. And normally I land here at Tokyo International Airport, but this one over here, even though it's labeled as Narita, it says New Tokyo International Airport. So I could probably actually land. I can land anywhere here because I have all the ortho. Still climbing. There's a little volcanic dome. Saw last time. Let's flip this thing up. Got about 2,000 feet to go. Looks good. Taxi recognition lights can be turned off. Flip on our strobe. Oh, is it? I never really looked up and seen what that volcanic dome is called.
Approaching altitude.
Approaching altitude. I think after I land in Tokyo, I'm going to go to Hot Springs, which is it's close to here, but it's in the Shenandoah Valley. It's actually where the Navy practices their area, some of their carrier landings. They practice there. The unique winds there, you have a lot of wind shear there, so they have their carrier pilots practice touch and goes at that airport. Probably fly the big train there. I don't know how to have all the portraits there. That's Mount Fuji. What's Mount Fuji's elevation? Oh, I think it's like 14,000. I'll look on. I think Skybox is on there. Oh, yeah, I use the metric system there, so I know. It is 12,380 or 3,776 meters metric times. I don't think it's the tallest. It is the tallest peak. It's commonly called Fuji-san. Talk about Japan. I know it has nothing to do with Japan. Oh yeah, it's called Mount Fuji, but in Japan they call it Fuji-san. Yeah, it's the tallest mountain in Japan. What are avionics in this aircraft? They're not the realistic ones that are found actually in the 550. The actual Eclipse 550 comes with the Avio flight deck. This one has the Dynamic Skyview Touch. No, this is the Dynamic Skyview Touch panel. So you see Dynamic Avionics, Skyview Touch. It's a real panel. And then of course it has a GTN 750 and a GTN 650. But no, it's not a G1000 at all. I actually like this one better because the G1000 is a touchscreen. I don't have to touch these buttons, I can just touch this. It's just like touching the screen. But the GTN 750 is also a touchscreen. And that's not available in the package for the G1000. Just climb a little bit higher here. Climb to 15,000. So you can see into the actually see into the volcano itself. Oh, yeah, make minus. That cut that much, did it? 16,000.
Approaching altitude.
Go ahead and take the autopilot off, take a little slow turn around the summit of Mount Fuji. I did hit the rudder.
Autopilot disconnect.
Keep hitting the rudder. So you can see the little trail going up the side of the mountain here. If you look, I'll show you. It's in the front the pillar right now. So they have a little trail going up to the top of Mount Fuji right here. So we'll take a slow turn around it. Just got outside of it. There's the summit. Beautiful Ortho. On par with Courchevel at least. I was surprised because I thought for sure I was going to get
Approaching altitude.
some clouds in the Ortho, but I didn't. So Tokyo is supposed to be like the world's largest city, so let's go see how the GTX 1070 and the i7 6700 handle Tokyo. Let's before we do that, let's go ahead and set the number of world objects to maximum. We can let's go ahead and set the maximum HDR plus SAO. We'll leave the anti-aliasing where it is. It's going to load again. We just changed the number of world objects. So let's test out and see how well we can do in Tokyo with the Eclipse 550 and the GTX 1070 6700. I hope so too, man. I hope we don't catch on fire. Well, I still have my old PC. It's still sitting right here. My i7 920. It's still sitting right here next to my desk. It's unhooked. I just have the ROG hooked up to monitors now. What CPU? What is this running? This is running the i7 6700. My old PC ran the i7 920. First gen i7. Yeah, this is 6700. They're just running at stock speeds. Well, the stock turbo speeds and everything. So now we have max number of world objects drawing. We're running HDR plus SSAO. That's the only two things. And we're drawing shadows and hey Jimzo, how's it going, man? So let's go ahead and head to Tokyo and see how well the GTX 1070 works. Now, if you remember, I did a flight in New York City with the i7 920 and the GTX 750, which is 8 gigs of RAM. And that got 20 to 22 frames a second. So this is let's try Tokyo with the i7 6700, 18 gigs and 16 gigs of DDR4 and the GTX 1070. I'm alright, man. Trying not to go outside, it's too hot. So I'm in here in AC live streaming some X-Plane. Trying to do it earlier because a lot of people that watch it live in Europe and they're 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. Trying to be considerate of all my viewers. No, that was just a stock New York City scenery, Ruben. I don't pay for scenery. Ranger bought the new Dallas Fort Worth scenery. I'm like, I don't pay for scenery. I pay for aircraft. That's it. Probably be live streaming. I live streamed this earlier, and I'm live streaming this early because I'll probably also be live streaming some Armor 3 Exile later. Because my brother, Major Rudy, who also live streams. He'll probably be wanting to play some Armor 3 later. But he hasn't texted me or anything like that saying he wants to play. Playing on Armor 3 Exile server, it's just vicious. The AI is vicious, the zombies are vicious, it's just mayhem, total mayhem. It's hilarious. We get to laugh and so hard playing that. You see some clouds over there in those mountains. Somebody asked me if I had Pilot Edge. Yeah, I do have Pilot Edge. I can turn it on just by clicking this little button right here.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
So Pilot Edge is on. I can just turn it off.
Disconnected.
So, and while I'm on Pilot Edge, the trigger
Connected to Pilot Edge.
button is actually, if I press the trigger, you can see the mic come on. See the mic, one mic.
Disconnected.
So tonight is prom night with my daughter. So we've been trying to get her ready all day. That's another reason why I'm busy all morning. So they've got a limo and everything like that. 10 of them are all going to prom, and got them a limo. It's a 10-passenger limo. So her and all her friends are. There's a manor, old 18th century manor here in where I live at. They're all going over there right now to take pictures. So I got to take pictures in front of that manor. So we're gonna get a little lower so we can draw these buildings. I can see an industrial area down here. Well, I didn't get a limo. All of the parents chipped in. So we're all chipped in to get my limo. I think it's a stretch. I think it's a stretch Hummer. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, my son just turned 16 in February. So I don't think he has any inkling of ever wanting to go to prom. But we'll see. It's kids these days, you can't even get them outside. Speaking of the devil, he live streams too. Just look at him. I don't think he live streams much anymore. He used to live stream a lot of Black Ops 2. Yeah, that door you heard and opened. That his room was right behind our living room. So it's the only bedroom in the lower level of our home. No, this is not default scenery. It is Ortho4XP. What's your streaming? What do you stream as? Do you still stream as iCure? On YouTube? What you saying? Football field. What? Do you mean foot? All right. Now, is that American football or soccer? What we call soccer. What is my destination? My destination right now is we're gonna fly downtown Tokyo and see
1000.
how this i7 6700 with 16 gigs of RAM and GTX 1070 can actually handle this at pretty much max settings, not max anti-aliasing. What is that? Can you guys see that? What is this? Is this like some kind of space elevator or something? We're gonna have to fly over there and look at that. So we're flying low over Tokyo. There's no skyscrapers or anything yet. Yeah. Europeans triggered. It's not football, it's soccer. Okay, so we need to put the throttles back at least halfway. So we're running at max settings, and it's running at 17 frames a second. That's crazy. But what is this tall thing in front of me? Is that a tower? What is this? We're gonna go look. I mean, but it's still pretty smooth at 19 frames a second. I want to know what this is. Is this like... Is this the tower where they watch for Godzilla? I bet you it is. This, you know, they send the little people up the tower and they watch for Godzilla, you know? Alps. Isn't the Alps, isn't that tall hotel or something like that in Dubai? Or is it the Emirates? I'm not seeing any kind of well, there's some taller buildings over there. Khalifa. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even think it's a... Yeah, it's gotta be a bug in Ortho, maybe. Let's go up to... Let's fly up and see how tall it is. Because 6 stars is not enough. Yeah, this is... Yeah, that's a bug. I think it's a... It looks like a bug. Probably a bug in Ortho. I don't remember seeing this last time. But it's a road. Look, it's got cars on it. That is a truck on that thing. Let's just pause this and just look at this. That is a road. That's a road going straight up in the air because there's a semi-truck right there. That's crazy. That's physics for you. Well, this sucks. We have an engine fire. Which engine is it? So I'll over-rev the engine. It's on fire now. It's going to be right engine fire. Kill the master caution. We can go ahead and kill that left engine. The right engine, rather. So we have a right engine fire. The right engine is out. I wasn't paying attention, so I pulled a mow, set my engine, one of my engines on fire. It's now turned off. We're flying on one engine. We're still good. Just kind of need to find a place to land. There's soccer fields down there. So we're still good. The aircraft will fly on one engine. I wasn't really done with my tour of Tokyo. Oh, there's downtown Tokyo. Let's go look at that. Well, so we'll take our crippled little Eclipse 550 with its single engine now. Our single engine Eclipse 550, and we'll go look at downtown Tokyo. We're not going to go much lower though, because I'm not sure. I want to make sure I can actually land this thing. It sure enough said right engine fire. But that's the best thing about having a twin engine jet. If one engine goes, you still got one. You know, I bet they make an aftermarket scenery for Tokyo. Not that I would buy it. If it was free, I'd probably install it. You know, I don't buy scenery. So Tokyo International Airport is off to our right. You look right above the panel. It's right there. I don't think this is downtown Tokyo. This is just the outskirts. The suburbs, as it were. There's more buildings out ahead of us. I kind of want to find a straight and level and see what my airspeed drops to. Because we've been descending. Let's see what my airspeed is for one engine. I have no idea what part Tokyo it is. There's just skyscrapers as far as you can see. Looks like there's some more. There's more ahead of us too, off the center pillar. Yeah, it's a great view, but it's a frame rate killer. Down to 15 frames a second now at max settings. trying to keep the thing kind of level since we're only on one engine. So I'm flying with my left hand. I'm looking up on my phone the carrier light, what the carrier lights mean. And I just hit my mic with my phone. So. Yeah, I hope so too. Oh, what is that? Oh, I was twisting the joystick around. So, let's find somewhere to land this thing. Oh, there's a runway right there. I don't think we'll have a problem slowing down. It's just one engine. Is that an aircraft carrier?
Obstacle.
No,
Obstacle.
so we need to lower
Obstacle.
some gears.
1,000.
The flap's gonna be oversped if we land now. We can bank it hard and slow it down though. There's the flaps coming down. We're probably way high. Yeah, we're way high. We'll still try to make it though. We only on one engine.
Obstacle. Obstacle.
Oh, I just...
Obstacle. Obstacle.
500.
Obstacle.
Yeah, higher speed in the
Obstacle.
approach.
400. 300.
9 flaps all the way down. Gear is down.
200.
Yep, crazy moves, man. You're only on one engine. Gotta get down.
100.
We're gonna float, because I'm just gonna pull it up
50.
right now.
40. 30. 20.
Try to bleed off some airspeed before we touch down.
10.
Like speed brakes. Alright, we're down. Let's watch that replay of the crazy landing. What did you guys say? So you can see that the left engine is not spinning at all because it's on fire. It was on fire. So
Obstacle. Obstacle. Obstacle.
flaps coming down, the gear is down. Now I gotta turn that, make that sharp turn to bleed speed off, so bleed off airspeed. So. I get my altitude down here. Where can you find that speech setting? It is part of the aircraft, so you'd have to actually have the aircraft to have that. She's coming in like a bullet. I'll just leave her over the runway while I wait for the airspeed to blow off some airspeed. Then I'll just land it. There you go. And she's down. No busted tires, no nothing like that. Only with one engine. Sweet. Yeah, the initial approach for me was a bit crazy. Yeah, it was. But I was high, and I needed to get. I was high. I needed to get down. I needed to bleed airspeed at the same time. So. All right, Ruben. Have a great night, man. Thanks for watching, dude. So I'm only gonna do one more. I'm gonna take off at into victory, and let's go ahead and stop this thing. We'll go ahead and take off into victory, and we'll swing around and we'll land back at Hot Springs. Actually, let's use the Cirrus, and we're going to go to Hot Springs, which is here in Virginia. This is what I was talking about earlier that the Navy uses for touch and goes for their aircraft. Now, I have to remember which one it is. It's Ingalls Hot Springs, I believe. Let's go Ingalls. There it is, Ingalls Field, I think. Yep, this is it. So we're going to take the Cirrus SF50, we're going to take off from Ingalls and do one circuit, and that'll be all for the live stream. This is just a, this is a pretty interesting little airport because of the way it's situated. Yep, I'm going to fly the Cirrus. The way it's situated in the mountain. I'm going to turn real world weather on too, because it is a little windy, at least in this part of Virginia. I'm 45 miles south of DC, and it's a little windy. It's a little gusty too. Currently, it feels like it's 40 degrees Celsius outside as well. I tell you, man, I like the Cirrus aircraft, Kais. I do. I like the SR-22, I like the SF-50 and stuff like that, but Carenado's the only one that really makes them, and I don't like the aircraft that Carenado puts out. Even the Carenado aircraft for FSX and Prepare 3D were just resource hogs. But yeah, I love the Cirrus aircraft. As a matter of fact, most people that in real life that fly the SR-22, when they transition to the Eclipse 550, there's practically no difference between the SR-22 and the as far as landing. You know, of course, the speeds are greater in the 550, but they said it's just like flying a Cirrus. So, and I thought Laminar was supposed to be fixing the Cirrus SF50. You know, actually getting a halfway working autopilot and stuff, because the Cirrus Jet and X-Plane 10, the GPS actually worked. You could actually set in a waypoint and it would actually fly to it. You could set it to actual GPS navigation and it would fly to it. But the X-Plane 11 version doesn't. I was a little bummed about that. Yeah, because this is the G3000, right? Yeah, this is the G3000. It's Bat 1, Bat 2. Did the switches even work? Oh yeah, there we go. Bat 1, Bat 2 are on. We can go ahead and start it now, I believe. Or does it have a fuel pump? I can't remember. I haven't flown this thing in ages. It does not have a fuel pump that I can see. It does have automatic fuel control, so let's go ahead and start her up. Okay, she's starting, it seems. Maybe. Or do I need to hold the starter down? Okay, sounds like she's starting up. Okay, so let's take a look at this airport. So this is Ingalls Field in Hot Springs, Virginia, and This hump isn't really there, it's just an artifact. But this is the airport. It has some hellacious wind shears, and which this is why the Navy uses it a lot when they're training new pilots for carrier landings in adverse conditions. So let's go ahead and get back in the aircraft, and we're going to go ahead and set the settings back so we can have some decent frames. So we're going to go back down to high. We'll leave it back down high HDR, and everything else was right. And we'll do that, and then we'll turn the real world weather on. How do you change it? Oh, the squawk? I don't know. I'll have to look when it finishes, when it loads back up. Like I said, I've never flown this in any kind of realistic manners because nothing really works on it. You can fly, I think you can fly a VOR, the VOR stations and stuff. But that's the only type of navigation you can use. So there's a lot of future PC upgrades I've been thinking about doing. One of them's getting the GTX 1080 or the TI. I don't know yet. So let's see if we can change the squawk code. I don't think is it. It doesn't show a squawk at all, does it? You have you can't even change nav 1 and nav 2, or com 1 or com 2. You can't do any of that. You can set the barometric pressure to standard though. Turn the generators on. So no, you can't change the squawk codes on here at all. I wonder if the caps actually works. We might try that too. In the Coronado aircraft, when you pull the caps on the Cirrus, it just on the SR-22, it just ends the flight. But on the Panthera has a cap style system, and so now you see the instant frame rate. So now we're at 42 frames a second, the GTX 1070, and that has a lot more to do with the actual CPU usage than anything else. So we raise the gear. So this is the Blue Ridge Mountains. It really kind of looks weird to me, but yeah, I'd like to see them fix the SF50 as well. And this area off my nose right here, directly ahead, this is not ortho scenery. I don't think. I think this is the end of the ortho tile. So, because this is really close to West Virginia, and I didn't do any of the orthos for West Virginia. So there's Ingalls Field, and we're just going to turn around and land back at it again. Yeah, but this is stock scenery here. This is the ortho. And I don't know why the mountains look like this. The mountains here in Virginia do not look like this at all. Not this color. They're called the Blue Ridge Mountains for a reason, because they really look blue from a distance. And it has a lot more to do with the way the light refracts off the refraction of the light in the mountains. Actually, we're at our farm. I actually only live 20 miles away from the mountains, so Actually, I only live 2 miles from a mountain, but from the actual Blue Ridge Mountains, I only live 20 miles. The farm is, so. Let's go ahead and lower those gear back down. But if you ever watched me play Armor 3 with my brother, Raging Rudy, he lives at our farm. He takes care of it. So and the flaps are down to take off. Oh, and I was going to do real world weather, wasn't I? Yes, so let's do that. Let's do customize, and let's do match real world conditions. And that's pretty much what it is. Make changes. Is it going to load the weather? Maybe not. There we go. Now it's loading weather. Does it have the outside air temperature? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say what the outside air temperature is. It sucks. Believe me, it's probably cooler here. But here where I live at, it's, like I said, it's 33 Celsius. 93 degrees. But it feels like it's, with the humidity, it feels like it's 100, 104. But now it's saying 99% chance of thunderstorms, so I don't know. It'd be nice to get a thunderstorm. As long as we don't have any tornadoes. Lower flaps to landing. I don't know in the mountains if it actually emulates wind shear the way it does unless you're in a glider. I don't even know really then if it's that realistic.
$500.
Oops. I guess we bounced, didn't we? No, we're not. That's Ingalls Field. Let's watch that replay. Shall we? It's like a replay mode. Let's back it up a little bit. So yeah, see the angle, the way this airfield angles down kind of. You really have to adjust your throttle, then you're usually too fast or too high. Oh, and I did bounce, didn't I? Yeah, I haven't flown the SR-22 in ages, man. I've just not flown it at all. It's been ages. So the deal, let's do this. We'll do it in the Panthera. No, let's do it in the Skyhawk because it doesn't take so long to load. So the deal with the OSL, we're not going to use the Aerobask aircraft because the engines don't have. So, and I'll pause it when we get started. And this will be the last one. Just this. I was reading a little bit about the OSL while we were flying at Mount Fuji on my phone, so I don't know if it's going to put me on a night carrier landing or what, but we'll see. It'd be easier if it was night.
Call the ball.
Oh, what is
ILS
this?
108.10, heading 360.
Oh, that's crazy. I just loaded in, I was automatically going to die. What does aircraft carrier do? There it is. That was scary. Okay, so the OSL, I think somebody was talking about it. I think it was our Ruben, but it's on the left side of the carrier deck, and that tells you whether it's supposed to give you glide slope information. So the lights on the left and right are your left and right lights, I guess, and the middle light is your glide slope. And the lights on the back of the deck really don't mean nothing. It just helps you get lined up with the. Oh, it's because I have real weather on, so that you have gusty winds.
Call the ball. ILS 108.10, heading 360.
Wow, this might be a little difficult here. Not.
Call the ball. ILS 108.10,
Wow, this is
heading
crazy with the
360. Wave off.
What's the wind here?
Wave off.
Wow, look at this.
Wave
Let's
off.
get on. Oh, that is crazy, man. Oh. Wow, I wonder what the wind speed is here. Look, I'm still in the air. That's crazy. All right, let's go back around. I did not do this. When I did the night carrier landings last night, I didn't do it with real world weather on. I have no idea what these wind gusts are. Did the LSO? I didn't even hear the LSO. I don't know if he said it or not. I landed most of the GA aircraft, the stock GA aircraft, on there. I did actually land every single GA aircraft available in X-11 on the carrier last night on the live stream. So that carrier is hauling ass too. Look at it. Look at the wake. You can just tell by the wake. Wow, look at the wind. It's crazy. So we're going to go ahead and lead the wind on. Makes it a little more interesting. We could be like Luna and go fly into the oil rig. If I'm not mistaken, that's the frigate you land on with the helicopter for the frigate landing. Just try to land this thing one more time and look for the wake of the aircraft carrier. Whoa! Look at that. That wind is vicious. Throwing the plane all around. So let's try this again. But it's so funny how it's just floating right on the deck of the aircraft carrier. I could have probably put it down and the carrier would have caught up with me. I'm not putting full flaps down in the Cessna because I would never be able to talk up. Well, never mind.
Call the ball. ILS 108.10, heading 360.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to make this one either.
Call
Yeah,
the
I
ball.
know.
ILS 108.10,
I'll do that if I land
heading
on there.
360. Wave off.
Hey, Wolf, I can make this. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. Maybe not. I think we're going over. Phew. No, 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 no. Don't go off. Don't go off the side. Phew. We're down. We made it. It does have some swell. Look at it. Look at the deck. Look at the deck pitching. Okay, let's do without the wind, and we'll add swell to it. So we'll do custom, and let's go back to clear. We'll custom, and we'll do bodies of water. Let's do 20-foot swells. What do you think? 20-foot swells? Good enough? Let's try that. Done. This is gonna be hilarious. What? How'd I fly into... What? Did you see that? Look. Check this out. What was that? What happened? Oh. Tire blown. Alright, let's restart flight. Start new flight. So this is with 20-foot swells now. I should probably try this in the F4, but I can't wait to see these 20-foot swells. This is going to be hilarious. What? I'm not on the carrier? Hold on a minute. Let's change this. Change location. Carrier approach. Customize. 20-foot swells. Done. Okay, starting flight. So yeah, if anybody's interested, we'll probably be live streaming Armor 3 here in a little while. I'm just waiting for my brother to text me and say he's ready. If you want to see something funny, y'all watch. Oh, what is this? What the hell is this?
Call the ball. ILS 108.10.
That was scary.
Heading 360.
Oh my! Look at that carrier.
Call
okay.
the ball. ILS 108.10. Heading 360.
Oh, that's funny.
You're low.
I'm not low. Your carrier deck is pitching.
You're low. You're low.
This is every naval aviator's worst nightmare.
You're low. You're low.
Look at that carrier.
You're low.
That's crazy.
You're low. You're low. You're low. Wave off.
Wave off? Why? I can make it.
Wave off.
I am low though.
Wave off.
Nope, nope. Deck's going back down. We can get it.
Wave
Got it.
off.
Catch it up on the up. Catch it on the
Cut.
wave height. Come on.
Wave off.
Look at that. Oh, that's crazy. Check it out. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it.
Wave off.
We got it. Oh, we can make it. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, not into the damn tower. Oh, we didn't make it. We did. We're dead. Let's see what went wrong there. Taco replay mode. Let's back it up a little bit. Did the deck come in and slam right into us? I bet you it did. What? What was that? What was that? Did I didn't hit anything, did I? I just blew up in midair. Look at this. Boom. That's crazy. That is just silly. Let's do it again. Let's try it again.
Call the ball, ILS 108.10, heading 360. You're overpowered.
Y'all done got me hooked on trying to do these pitch and deck carrier landings now.
You're
I
low.
am trying to get off here, go enjoy some Armor 3 or something.
You're
You know,
low.
like, do 20-foot swells.
You're low. You're low. You're low.
What if I should put full flaps?
You're low.
Watch the helicopter. Look at the
You're
helicopter off the right
overpowered.
side of the aircraft carrier. Look, it's pitching up and down with the aircraft carrier.
You're overpowered.
Look at it.
You're overpowered. Cut. Cut.
Alright, if I can do this during the day, we're gonna have to switch over to night and try it at night too.
Cut. 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 Wave off.
Wave off. We got this, man. Here we go.
Wave
Back over
off.
there. Up. Get back over there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, we're down. Wave off. Come on. We made it. You guys getting seasick? Look. So we made that one. We'll go back and check the replay. Now the Cessna's just bouncing up and down in the deck. Oh look, I'm in the aircraft here. Check it out. So the replay's messed up. You guys know I didn't go into the carrier deck like that. So let's try it at night. See if we can do it at night. So we do carrier approach. We're going to do it at night. Starting flight. Okay, so we're now at night doing the
Call
carrier.
the ball, ILS 108.10, heading 360. You're low.
You have like no references whatsoever but the carrier deck itself. So
You're low.
frames are nice though. Look at that, 73 frames a second.
You're overpowered. You're overpowered. You're overpowered.
This is crazy.
You're overpowered.
It's way worse than the daytime one.
You're overpowered. You're overpowered. Cut. Cut.
Oh, come on.
Wave off.
Oh,
Wave
come on.
off.
You got to time it. You got to time it for when the deck's almost
Wave
level
off.
and put your plane down. And now I'm off to the
Wave
right,
off.
way off to the left actually. Okay, I can
Wave
make this.
off.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I got this. Oh no no no!
Wave
Stay
off.
with it. Oh. I think we're dying. Was that not the craziest thing you've ever seen? Oh, come on, don't tip over on me. There we go. Oh, that was extremely crazy. Let's back that up and see that. I wonder what 73 FPS feels like. It was crazy though. So is it gonna give me? Look, now I'm levitating. I don't think we're gonna get a decent pitching deck carry landing replay because I mean it's just gonna put me. Look, hello guys. I'm just gonna fly into the deck. But despite the replay, you guys saw it. We landed on the pitching deck aircraft carrier with a Cessna. So that's gonna be it. I'll be back on probably. Let me look at Discord and see if he's even on there. So let's go into Discord, and I'm gonna log in real quick because I've not logged in. So we do have a Discord channel, and I'll put it in the chat in a second. So we have an X-Plane Discord channel. I don't know if you guys realized that or not, but we do have one. I'll grab that real quick. So let's get that. Copy. Paste. So that's our X-Plane Discord channel. There's only like 3 or 4 people that are on there, ever. Usually, if you see me online, I'm usually in another channel, because my brother also has a... Oh, we're going to set that link to never expire, so let me copy it again, and I'll put it back in there. So you want to join that link on Discord, and that doesn't expire. But yeah, if you see me online, I'm usually in another room, unless you send me a direct message through Discord. Anyways, that's how you guys can get a hold of me, or my email's in the about section. But I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow, unless you're on the Armor 3 live stream, which we're probably going to be doing in the next 20 or 30 minutes. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and have a great evening.